Alright, how is everybody doing? This is Chad Wheeler and Chelsea Morrison. Hey, I am in Colorado right now, and Chelsea's on the other side of the state right now, and I am going to do a PowerPoint on mood and anxiety disorder. So, what is a mood disorder? I thought about this in my head for quite some time. Mood disorder is a category or illness that describes a serious change in mood illness under mood disorders, and this includes major depressive disorders, bipolar disorders, and we can have some manic disorders in there. We can also have seasonal affective disorders. I thought about the seasonal affective disorders. I'm from this area, and there's some times where I get really sad during seasonal changes where it goes from hot to cold to hot, and we can have a disorder like this. Mood disorders may be caused by major depressive disorders, bipolar, as we've talked about, a mild form of bipolar, and seasonal affective disorders. So I do want to talk about mood disorders, and I wanted to ask a question. Do you think mood disorders only happens to children, teenagers, adults, or could this happen to everyone? Is a mood disorder a common fact? I found this online. I thought this was really cool, and I do apologize for me being the only voice in this PowerPoint, but I do say that Chelsea did a great job with helping me find out information, as well as being a big contributor to this project. Unfortunately, when we do take online classes, we are spaced out throughout the world, and this is pretty cool to do a project with somebody that's far away, and with me being on the road with refereeing and doing baseball and stuff, this is really cool how we have to work this project. So anyways, what is mood disorders and how is it common? And about 20% of the U.S. population reports at least one depressive symptom in a given month, and 12% report or more a year. And there's a survey that was done maybe before some of us were born, or maybe when some of us were 2 years old, that major depression reaching 5% in the previous 30 days, 17% for a lifetime. Bipolar is less common, occurring at 1% in the general population. I'll let you read some of that later. So we talked about mood disorder. Now let's go ahead and let's dive into anxiety. What is anxiety? Do we feel like we're very anxious or have some anxiety in college? You bet. Do we think that we have anxiety when we're out refereeing or doing our jobs? Absolutely. We have a lot of anxiety, and I have some anxiety hoping that this video is going to work, and have some anxiety that you guys won't fall asleep during this presentation, and anxiety hoping that I'll get a good grade in this class. But anyways, here is what anxiety is. Anxiety can be early in life for people with depression or bipolar disorder. Anxiety and mood disorders can go hand in hand together. So what is causing anxiety? Anxiety is caused with a mood disorder like depression, bipolar disorder. Sometimes anxiety is a symptom. Other times it is a separate illness, and it also may have a physical, environmental, or lifestyle-related causes. I'm sorry about the shaking. I'm trying to get this going. So here are some fun facts. When we ask people living with anxiety and mood depression, here are some fun facts that we found online. Symptoms of mood disorders: 69.5% of people have symptoms of a mood disorder. Separate illnesses that include just being separate from people, 11.1. Side effects of medication, to cause a disorder? 9.6%. And response to life events, that's like college, being out on a baseball field, or having anxiety from siblings, family members, 68.4. And all this is caused from, this is a hereditary thing, 44.3%. So that's kind of interesting. People who we have interviewed who have mood disorders, I'm not going to mention their names, but I talked to a couple people, and one person in particularly that has a mood disorder and is under a lot of stress. He's a single father of 3 kids. He means a lot to me. We hang out a lot. We go fishing together, hunting together, just all sorts of fun things. Some of the things that he talked about, and I found this on a website, is he said in order to get over his mood disorder, he just wants to talk about the struggle with people. He wants them to help. He wants to recoup, and he needs an action plan. And some of his action plans is to not be so stressed, or to have the mood disorder is just go fishing, have a good time with friends and family. I asked the individual, as well as looked up this online, and I said, how do you feel? I mean, how do you feel when you have a mood disorder? And this is what they said. They said that they feel like they're just dreading the moment. They're dreading the day. They have trouble concentrating. They're feeling tenses. They're really jumpy. They're quick to react. They talk about things all the time like, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that, I feel worse. They're really restless. So we need to watch for signs of danger. And they also feel like their minds just blank. So we can be able to help people out with this by watching the signs and the symptoms of a mood disorder or stress disorder. Some other disorders are obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD. I'm not going to jump much into this, but there are some examples of the OCD right here if you wanted to look at. Another one is post-traumatic stress disorder. I met a military man one time, and that post-traumatic stress disorder, can simply be a shocking thing. It says this in here. I met a guy that he just really has a hard time with being in the war, being out of the war. So this has to do with post-traumatic stress disorder and mood disorders. Another one is a personality disorder. So people can be paranoid. These are all personality disorders, and I'll talk about them. Paranoid, antisocial, borderline, and passive aggressive. I'm sorry, that is going in and out of focus. There we go, I stopped it. Paranoid personality disorder. This is called PPD. This is just it includes odd and just odd ways of thinking, just being paranoid all the time, thinking people are out to get you. So we can help out with that. Antisocial, well, that's pretty self-explanatory. Antisocial is just not getting along with people. Antisocial personality disorder is categorized as a pattern of violation of the rights of others, and diagnosis is not given to individuals under 18. It is only given if there's a history of symptoms before the age of 15. So there you go. Borderline personality, and BPD is a pattern. It's just like feeling emotionless, feeling emptiness, self-harm, and stuff like that. Borderline is very common. I've learned this in abnormal psychology. So the thing that's sad is about 6% of people with BCD, they die from suicide. So what can we do to help? Well, as a TR worker, we're here to restore and rehabilitate others just to have a good time. We're here to reduce anxiety and mood while improving self. So that's why improving their self that is central to clients' recovery. So some questions we might be asked. Are you on edge? Are you worried about anything? How's your family? Are you anxious with schoolwork, family, etc.? Are you plagued by fears but cannot shake them? Do you believe something bad happen to you, and so on. We can help out. We can be a benefit for people that go through this. Um, well, there's a little bit of our resources, and if you have questions, let us know. We'll be able to help you out. I hope that you have a great rest of the semester. Keep going along. Keep having a good time. Thanks for all that you do. We will be able to be in touch with you later if you have any questions, and have a great time. Thanks.